And that's why I call it the best kept secret in real estate. It's a secure investment. It's got high yields, and there's passive income that comes in every single month. And so what I've learned is this: in business, as in life, it's all about who you partner with, who you collaborate with, right? I call this the age of collaboration. When you think about all the collaborations that are going on around us, for example, there was a time where if you wanted to have a taxi cab company, you would hire a bunch of people to drive your taxi cabs. Today, Uber doesn't hire anybody. They partner with people. They collaborate with people and say, you use your car, we'll provide this, right? Same thing, right? There's little scooters and stuff that people ride now. You can rent bikes the same way, right? Online, Amazon, right? There was a time Amazon would have just been a big company that hired a whole bunch of employees to drive their trucks and all this other stuff. Amazon says, hey, you can own the truck. We'll partner with you. Let's collaborate. Well, guess what? I do the same thing, and I recommend that people do the same thing in this space. There's plenty of money in it for everybody. Collaborate with people who have the skills, people like you, Dee, people like me, right? You collaborate with people who have the skills, and your medical professionals can sit back and have passive income and own a piece of all of these properties that are out there, piece of all the cash flows. So collaboration is what it's about. And they can use their savings, their retirement accounts, 401k, stocks, home equity, even cash value and life insurance can be used to do this, right? So people say, well, I don't have any money. Well, maybe you do, right? Maybe you have a motorhome sitting over there that you drive once a year, right? How about selling that thing and investing it in this, and then just rent a motorhome when you're ready to go on vacation, right? You can rent a motorhome for a week or two. That's a lot better than owning it and paying monthly insurance, monthly maintenance, and all the other stuff, right? But anyway, there's examples. So I just want to go a little bit further, if I may. Is that okay, Dee? Okay, very good. I want to show how a person that's in the medical profession can benefit as a partner. Now, this guy is obviously not in the medical profession. I could have put a picture of a doctor or a nurse or a phlebotomist there, right? But suppose someone has $104,000 in their retirement account and they have partnered with me on this transaction that I just showed you. What I would have done on that transaction is I would have given them somewhere around 8% interest on their money, right? This is how I typically partner with people. I pay 6, 7, 8% to people who partner with me on these types of transactions. If that's the case, then my partner would receive $994 a month for 15 years, okay, going into his retirement account. So his retirement account would grow to $178,900. Starting at 104, it will grow to 178.9 without him investing another dime of his own money. Is that good for him? Yeah, pretty good, right? Pretty good.
Absolutely.
The money is safe because it has collateral that's protecting it, the real estate. You get a decent return on the money, and there's monthly cash flow, $994 a month going into the retirement account. Now, if it was outside the retirement account, $994 a month would go right into their pocket. Okay. And I do have some partners that are senior citizens, and they literally use our relationship and the transactions that we do together to subsidize their Social Security income, right? Rather than just having $104,000 sitting in the bank, now they have $104,000 working. Big difference, big difference. And I've seen some dramatic changes in people's lifestyles that are in their senior years. So maybe some of your people that you're in your audience, maybe it's not them. Maybe they have a senior parent who's living, month to month on a fixed income. They can show their senior parent, here's an option, right? Here's an option for you, mom. Here's an option for you, dad, grandma, grandpa, right? So that's what I'm talking about. So your investment is secured by real estate. You earn interest every single day. There's no market volatility, no ups and downs. It's only up. You provide family housing for people because we literally are helping people have the American dream. You collect passive income. The growth of your money is contractual, not market driven. And there's collateral if you don't get the money. The collateral is worth more even than what you invested. So I see this as a phenomenal way for people to get into this investment vehicle. Partnering and collaborating with someone like yourself, Dee, makes a lot of sense. Best kept secret in real estate. The secret's out, okay? Secret's out, Dee.
Well, Mr. Desi, it looks like you have let the cat out of the bag.
Cat's out of the bag. Well, I sure hope that the folks that are listening and watching your channel have found value in that information. For me, it was life-changing. And I've helped so many other people just live better lives. May I share a quick story about one of the retirees?
Absolutely.
Okay. I'm 70 years old, right? When I was 55 years old, I moved into a senior community here in San Diego. And I was the young one in there because at 55, you're the young one in the senior community. Everybody else is 75, 80, 85, even 90 years old. We had a couple of 100-year-old people in there too. But something that I noticed about all those retirees, They're all scared all the time. They were afraid of outliving their money. And so they wouldn't spend their money. And I was not in a poor community, right? I was living in a pretty affluent community. A bunch of rich widows is what I call them, right? Because there's a lot of, I don't know why women tend to outlive men. And so it was a bunch of rich widows, but they wouldn't spend their money. One of them was was a lady who walked my dog for me. That's what she did. And she walked other people's dogs too. And, she charged us a little bit of money. She walked dogs. And I'm thinking, okay, she's a dog walker. She's probably not, doesn't have very much money. Well, one day she asked my wife what we do. And my wife told her, well, my husband's an investor and this is what we do. And so she wanted to talk to me. So I got a chance to speak with her. And she said she had at that time, about $130,000 that she wanted to invest. And I was surprised because I thought, here she is walking dogs. And I knew she had an old flip phone. And I knew that she wanted a better phone. She had told us that, but she had a flip phone. She wouldn't get rid of it. She had also mentioned to us that she hadn't taken a vacation in years and years. And because she didn't want to run through her $130,000. You know what I mean? She didn't want to run out of money.
She might be my auntie. I had a hard time giving up my flip phone.
Well, what happened for her was when she started investing with me, she started getting this cash flow coming in every month. And before I knew it, she bought a new flip. She got rid of her flip phone and bought a smartphone. Hey, I go, you go, girl. And then she went out and bought a big screen TV because she loves watching TV, right? So she bought, a really nice, like a $3,000 TV, really super nice TV, very nice, nicer than anything I have, for sure.
This is from being a note investor?
Yeah, from being a note investor.
Wow.
You know why? It gave her the confidence to say, okay, I know I'm not going to run out of money.
Right. She was no longer fearful.
Yeah. Wow. And then best of all, she took a trip to Ireland to visit a friend of hers that had moved there like a decade or so ago. And she'd only been speaking to her on Zoom and stuff. And so she took a trip to Ireland. Now she takes her friends out for dinner.
Wow.
I mean, it's changed her life. It literally, she still walks dogs because she loves dogs. That's why she was walking dogs to begin with, because she loves dogs. Okay. So, but she was just so afraid to touch her money before. And now she knows she has the ability to replenish her money.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And today, I don't know the exact number that she has in her investment account, but it's a lot more than $130,000, and it continues to grow.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah, that reminds me of kind of when COVID hit, how many people became fearful and they wanted to hold on to their money because they didn't know what was happening. So it's kind of like that mindset of you don't know what's coming next or when this money's going to run out. I'm holding on to it.
Yes. And well, you know what's interesting is even during COVID, I have a large portfolio, more than 100 notes, right? Mm-hmm. But even during COVID, we only had 2 people that asked us for relief during COVID. Excuse me. Everybody else made their payments.
Wow.
People find a way to pay their mortgage. And then we had 2 people that were in default before COVID. They were behind before COVID hit. But remember when the government gave everybody money, COVID, those 2 folks took their money and caught us up.
Wow.
What an investment. My friends that were landlords, they had people that weren't paying rent because you didn't have to pay rent, right?
Right.
My friends that were landlords were hurting. Right? But our people were paying us. And so this is really that's why I say it's a very secure place for people to invest. And I know that, people in the medical profession work very hard for their money. I mean, very hard.
Very hard.
I see it. We just had some experience with the medical profession recently when my wife broke her femur in a fall in December, just 3 months ago. 3 months today, I think it was. Yeah. And so we were in and out of hospitals for the past 3 months and medical facilities, and I realized these folks work very hard for their money, and they're good people. I mean, we received wonderful treatment. And so I would love to see some of your folks learn more about this and maybe tap into this. And I'm sure they won't regret it if they do.
And maybe even an earlier retirement, right?
Yeah, you can retire early. That certainly is an option.
Wow. Thank you, Mr. Desi. We really appreciate those stories and that case study. That really was eye-opening for all of us, really.
Well, you're welcome. I appreciate you having me on.
So before we go, just a quick thought. Do you have any closing thoughts or advice or regrets that you might have had in this industry for our audience?
Well, the only regret that I have is that I didn't find this earlier. I wish I'd found it earlier. And I sincerely mean that. I know people say that kind of stuff, but wow. If I had been in my 40s when I found this, what a difference that would have made, right? I was already 60 years old when I first heard about it. And so that's my only quote regret. But the advice that I would like to give folks is, look, you don't need to take my word for it. Study this stuff. If you're concerned about it, you say, this sounds too good to be true, just get online and Google note investing, mortgage note investing, any of that, right? Mortgage investing, any of that. And you'll start to see exactly what I'm talking about. And it won't take you long to realize that this truly is the best kept secret in real estate investing.
That is the truth. That's so exciting. So we want to thank you all for joining us today. We really appreciate you for coming, Mr. Desi. We're definitely going to have to invite you back
Thank you.
because not only do we want to take care of our medical personnel, but we want to talk to our entrepreneurs. We want to talk to our landlords, you know, just the whole gamma, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so we all need better financial strategies because the system that we have been taught is not working for us, right? We are just being bean counters. And so we have to think outside of the box so that we can have that financial independence and freedom that our families deserve.
Boom.
So if you all are interested, if anyone is interested in partnering with me in regards to maybe becoming a lender in regards to buying a mortgage note or even learning more about it, please reach out to me below. And as we like to know, please share this, subscribe to the channel so that you can learn more about this great hidden secret. And just, you know, share this amongst the community because many are lost and confused and
Yeah.
they need more insight as to what it is that they can do to have that retirement and that financial independence that they too deserve. Thanks
Yeah.
for joining us.
God bless you guys.